Hello Galactic family. You have been told many times in many languages that the world around you is a mirror. And most of the time, this has been accepted by you, something that has meant only to your personal self. And most of the time it has been so because you have been on a quest to become a better being by thinking that you were not good enough in any way. But the world around you is not just something that you, as an individual, built, is not it? Or is it? Let us say that a world where each single life has not consciously or unconsciously contributed to its content and form simply does not exist. Some things you have called into existence, others of you have allowed it. But, whatever exists in your world, you somehow agreed. You are, as has already been said, co-creators. You manifest yourself. You cannot not manifest. And, as each one does this, the world is gaining its form. So, as we asked earlier, what is happening in the world? What is the reason for all this madness? You are aware, most of you, that none of this is new. His visions of things that were hidden, ignored, under the cloak of lies, kept secret, are being exposed. Days like these, frankly, are over. And all the dirt accumulated in the plumbing is popping out, openly, to be seen. And it's not a pretty sight. What happened is that mankind has agreed, beyond physical levels, because in your intellects you do not know this, that this game has gone far enough, and you will end it. You are waking up. As an individual, yes, but as a collective, too. And you are learning, and you will remember, how powerful you really are. We will return to this subject in a moment. Now, one thing that needs to be done is that you need to realize who you are. You will not stop creating these things, or permitting them if you prefer, if you do not assume that you are consciously controlling what is being created. When you do this, you allow the consciences of others to create for you. There's a huge monster sitting in the back seat of his car. And he will continue to enjoy the ride, until you realize he is there, and decide not to allow it. Plus, he's not their monster sitting in the back seat. He is yours. Why do we say this? Because your monster will have no reason to leave, no matter what you do. Your monster will just obey you. Perhaps it would be more palatable and even more appropriate to call it our monster. We are not talking here about your guilt and the preparation of this. We are talking about perceiving truth to have an effect on it. So we're saying that all those terrible, frightening, ugly, and immoral things you see hovering over the surface of your world now, are doing it in the service of your decision to end this horrible game that was played against you by millennia. Yes, we say, against you. Let's describe the game setting for you. On the one hand, there are many millions of participants, up to billions. On the other side, comparatively, there are only a few. But these few know the secret. The secret is that they know how to use the power of the many against themselves. They know of the incredible power of their opponents, but they have become experts both in concealing this knowledge and in making use of it. They do not care how they win, they just want to win. They control the rules. The only good thing they recognize are the things they benefit from. They will lie, cheat, steal, kill or do anything else necessary, because in their minds, the end justifies anything they need to do. Their method is to create a dependency on the other time for themselves. They create problems. They create fear. They create needs. Then they offer solutions. Curiously, the solutions always leave them in positions of greater control, and leave the other side weakened. They stand on the other side to build and pay for their own weakening. They have yet been able to make the other side build and pay for their own death. Now enough of that. Remember, we said we were going to get back to the subject of your power? This is where we're doing it. It took a long time to describe the game. It will take a lot less to describe to you how you win. First, remember that you are not just a person, you are part of a billion collective. Then remember that the energy to be used is yours. You are the power here. See what the world has become, and learn for yourself. Look at what we've become. And then, people like you, in their billions, make a decision. I will not be that anymore. Decide what you want to become, and put all your focus and attention to becoming that. This is what is really meant by the instruction resume your power. If you want to march, protest, organize, etc., this is okay. But raising your own consciousness is all that is really needed. You are not really alone, and this will become very obvious in the days to come. You may have noticed a change in the content and frequency of the messages you are reading. Take this as a sign of where you are in your progress. Understand now, however, we are not saying that progress is going somewhere outside of you, but within you. You have the advice